So something we heard from reporting just as we were walking into studio was that the Ayatollah's second son is now the leader of Iran. That's coming out from Iranian opposition media. It's also in Israel, as of when I walked in here. Do we know anything about this guy? Is he any different to his father? Is it a sign that the regime wants to just keep going as is? What do we know so far?
He up until a few years ago, he didn't have a public profile. I mean, he still doesn't have really a public profile. He's been really low key. Um, um, we we did end up sanctioning him as a part of during the first Trump administration for his role in the Supreme Leader's office. So he did play a role in Supreme Leader's office and kind of in the background and decision making. Um, and what we've seen recently coming out are some reports of his engagements in financial corrupt type activities. Um, there were some reports that came out from Bloomberg and other sources shedding light on some of the financial activities of Mojtaba Khamenei. Now, um, I think the fact, listen, like post 1979, in the 80s and 90s, one thing that we were told as we were indoctrinated in school, or meaning under the pressure, the indoctrination pressure of the Islamic Republic, a big part of it was demonizing the West and the US and the Israel. The other part of it was amplifying the message of the Islamic Republic and how it replaced a corrupt Pahlavi government. And one important element of that message was that the monarchy would just pass down the power to the next generation of the same family. So it went from Reza Shah to Mohammad Reza Shah, and how Mohammad Reza was not qualified for the job, was incapable of governing, and no government should be run based on father to son power being handed down. Um, and here we go. The Islamic Republic finds itself doing the same thing that for decades was telling its people that was a mispolitical practice. Um, so I think it's the fact that they went with Mujtaba does pose a challenge to the regime. But at this point, this regime is on its way out. I mean, I don't think they even care as much. They know that they can just. I think they're just going to take the risk because they don't have other options at this point.
I want to talk about next steps for Iran. So, in your article for the New York Post, you said this is fantastic by Trump that we're having these strikes, but he needs to do more. What does Trump need to do next?
I think, and quite frankly, that's what I've also heard from folks that I've talked to, and I heard from some of whom are inside the country. Um, I think the hope is that the strikes continue to degrade the Islamic Republic's ability to um, not just pose a threat to its regional actors, to its regional neighbors, and to us, to our bases across the region, and to the U.S. Um, security interests, but also the part of the regime that is involved in oppressing the Iranians, the Basij militia forces, and the RRGC elements that are in the heart of Tehran and big cities, and they're trained and developed just to counter riots and kill people if they're forming protest and a strong demonstrations. So I think if the strikes continue to weaken the regime's security forces and take out the commanders of these forces, um, you are going to see the mid-level, low-level RGC and police forces realizing that the commanders are gone, the regime officials are not really around to give them orders, and they might just choose to put their weapons down and not kill their fellow Iranians who are asking for what they probably in their hearts also want. An Iran that has a better economy, that offers some social freedom to different part of the country, different religious and ethnical groups, and I think that is going to break the back of this regime.
Well, we hope so. We hope for a peaceful Iran. Mian Maleki, thank you so much for joining us. And yeah, we hope Iran has peace and prosperity.
Thanks for having me.